Hey everybody, welcome to Sell Me Movie, a subcategory here on the Cavalier Studios YouTube channel where what I do is I talk to you guys about films that I've recently seen either in theaters, streaming at home, or maybe if it's a film that I bought. Some of these movies are movies that I am interested in or ones that are recommended by you guys, the viewers. So today, what we will be discussing is, of course, Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. It is a remake from the 1920s Nosferatu. I'll kind of go a little bit into detail about that, but sit back and let's go ahead and discuss Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
So if you're not familiar, this is an actual remake from the 1922's silent film Nosferatu. The director for the original film was F.W. Murnau. The writers was actually Bram Stoker. Yes, the Bram Stoker who wrote Dracula. And then, of course, Henrik Galen. It is a German version of course, Dracula or the vampires that we know. And honestly, this film is not only the top tier of all horror films. It's a classic, but not top tier as in like scary horror, but one that's an instant classic and one that is very famous in the horror genre fan club, basically. So this is very, very highly recommended to watch, especially if you're a movie enthusiast, movie critic, or a director, or just want to write films. This is a good movie to go ahead and base many things off of and get inspiration from. Now, it is remade this year to Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. That's actually out in theaters currently. It did come out on December 25th. Robert Eggers is the same guy who brought us The Lighthouse, The Northman, and The Witch. So you already know that the cinematography is going to be beautiful. I have done other reviews for Robert Eggers films like The Northman, so of course that link will be in this video here, or of course at the top where you can go ahead and click and see my review on that one. But regardless though, that's exactly what Robert Eggers brings to Nosferatu, is not only cinematography basis, but a lot of the camera angles were really well done as well. Definitely hold true to that horror like feel, really. The music and the score in this was beautifully done. And like I said, the cinematography was done very well, and that's what Robert Eggers, for me, I really enjoy about his films. Now, sometimes a lot of his films does get confused with Ari Aster films. Ari Aster is the gentleman who brought us, of course, Hereditary or Midsummer, very artsy horror genre flicks, which I thoroughly enjoy as well. Honestly, probably my two well, I want to say two, but some of my top horror directors actually involve Robert Eggers and Ari Aster. But regardless, though, this film is wonderfully done, and some of the actors and actresses in this is some heavy hitters like Nicholas Hoult, which you'll know him from the X-Men series, who played Beast, and many other films too. Bill Skarsgard, which, I mean, he has the face of horror. He plays I shouldn't say face of horror, but he is the face of horror, and what I mean by that is he does a very well job. I mean, take a look at Pennywise, beautifully done. Aaron Taylor Johnson, yes, the same Aaron Taylor Johnson who did Quicksilver, Kick-Ass, all those films too. Craven, which is out in theaters as well. He does a wonderful job, and honestly, something totally different than what we get to usually see him in. Willem Dafoe, very classic, and honestly, I think he's becoming a fan of Robert Eggers, similar to a lot of the other films that he does, like from the Grand Budapest Hotel and that director, which I'm blanking the name on, Emma Corrin, Ralph Ineson, and Simon McBurney. Now, the other actress, which everybody will know, I've seen her in The Idol, which is the HBO Max series. I've seen her in the Kevin Smith films, like Tusk or Yoga Hosers, and that is Lily-Rose Depp. Now, honestly, both her and Nicholas Hoult do deserve a Oscar nomination for both Best Actor and Best Actress, because let me just tell you, they go above and beyond in not only showcasing their abilities, but going above that and making you truly feel the terror that they're living. Specifically, Lily-Rose Depp. I've never seen her in such a physical acting position before, and she does it very well, because not only is this a vampire tale about Nosferatu, it is also kind of like a possession film at the same time, and she does beautifully whenever she has to act as somebody who is normal, who is frightened, and who is possessed. So she does very well in all three elements. Now, Nicholas Hoult, with him, he's very much of the boyfriend of the series that actually goes to over kind of like Romanian-like to get a deed signed by, of course, Count Orlok, who is Nosferatu. And so Count Orlok is looking to buy a home in Germany. Nicholas Holt's character is the one to sell him the house, and he just goes through all sorts of terror, and he does a wonderful job to play the individual who is frightened, who just wants to get revenge for his wife, because him, as well as Lily-Rose Depp's character, Ellen Hutter, both of them are married in the movie. Now, it kind of starts off with Ellen kind of giving herself to Count Orlok in a way where she kind of signs a love contract with him in a way. And then she eventually meets Thomas Hutter, and then they get married. Count Orlok finds out. And of course, things go bananas, basically. But overall, though, Robert Eggers' ability to take what is originally a classic horror film and bring it to modern day, he does it very well. Something that this should be, it may not be as, let me rephrase, it's good. It's as good as the original, but nothing can top the original. Though this one is very much stands alone on its own in a way where it will go down in the books as a very memorable film, and one that I can honestly see that a lot of film classes showcase as far as the storyline, as far as the camera angles, and how it meets between the terror elements meeting the supernatural element to it. So I do highly recommend this for anybody to go see, specifically in theaters, because like I said, it's very well done. Now, Count Orlok himself, it's a lot different from the original film. In this version, he looks very Romanian type, kind of like how Count Dracula is, versus what he is in the original 1922 silent film, which he looks more of a vampire there. And this one, like I said, he's very like a Romanian, like decaying body vampire. So it's very interesting. But like I said, the film is being showcased now in theaters, so I highly recommend it for anybody to see there. If you have seen it, leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time for the next review.